Merry Christmas and happy holidays, my loves. Today I'm coming on to share with you some pointers that I use to reach over 1 year of not drinking, over 1 year of being sober, whatever words you want to use. I am not a drinker anymore. I don't really have a desire for it. And I wanted to share some things that may help you if you set a goal for 2025 and beyond to not drink, whether it's just for January or if it's for the whole year. These points will work either way. Now, if you are not new here and you've watched my previous video on when I went over 5 months without drinking, you're probably like thinking to yourself, shouldn't you be about a year and a half in? I'm not. I'm actually only 1 year in, year and a week. I had planned to make this video on the date that I actually hit 1 year, but I ended up being seasick on my cruise that day. So that was the only day that I could record it, or that I wanted to record it. So here I am recording it now. So I'm about a year and a week, a little over a week now at this point of no drinking. And I just want to share, like, if I can, you can do it too. The first thing I would say that you really want to lean into is belief. Believing that you can, deciding that you can. In Latin and in Greek, the word or the suffix side, it literally means to put to death. And so for you, you have to put to death your old self. You have to put to death, you have to put to death that identity that you used to have and take on a new one. You have to decide that this is where I stand. This is who I am going to be, and believe it. I know it's silly and it's so simple and a lot of people are just like, what? Decide? But it's so important, because if you don't truly believe that you could stop drinking, you won't. You'll spend your whole life trying to stop, attempting to stop, wanting to stop, which I've done before plenty of times in my over 15 years of drinking before this. I tried multiple times to stop, and I had stopped for short periods of time, but I've never gone this long without drinking, never gone this long without even desiring to drink, which again, check that out, my story in the previous video, but decide, truly decide. Second, know your why. There are quite literally people who stop drinking because they have to, like they are forced to. Like if you don't stop drinking, you may die. And I don't want that to be the case for you. And I hope that that's not the case for you when you're watching this video, but find out what your why is. Is your why health related, wellness related? Is it family related? Is it more like, when you drink, you get upset and you're doing things that you didn't mean to do, or saying things you didn't mean to say, or hurting people you didn't mean to hurt physically and emotionally. And I'm not here to judge people, and I don't condone any type of violence against people, whether it's a man, a woman, or a child. But I want you to know that if that is the case for you, I want you to know that you can forgive yourself. That's the first step. Forgiving yourself, acknowledging, forgiving yourself, and taking the steps to move forward. I'm not a professional, but there are professionals out there. You can use resources on YouTube. There's free resources online. You can go to different like AA or shout out to Jana from the Kindred Trucker. I actually mentioned or talked to her on my first video, but she has a lot of resources on SMART, which is for people who are addicted. It's an alternative to AA. And that was very interesting when I looked into that. So use resources like that, and also get the mental health that you need, or mental help that you need, because could be things that are, triggers in your life, or things that you're holding on to, or, there's a book called The Body Keeps a Score, and literally your body keeps a score. So there's things you need to process through, and you're using liquor to cover that up. So find out what that thing is, why you really want to stop, and think about that. And I would also recommend writing it down. But if you don't want to write it down, really simmer on that. Why do I want to stop? Because when you have a why, a reason why you want to stop, then it literally will help you to make the decision to stop. Maybe your why is you like to run away from problems. Like for me, it was my escape. Drinking was like my escape. Maybe for you, it's liquid courage. Maybe for you, it's just like you have no boundaries and you just don't know how to say no. So you go out and you drink even though you really don't like to. Whatever that thing is, that why you want to stop, write that thing down. Keep that close to your heart. Third, you have to change your identity. You can't be a drinker anymore. You have to say, I am not a drinker. I am sober. I don't drink anymore. Use those type of words. What does a drinker do? What does a drinker not do? What does a sober person do? What does a sober person not do? And you need to become that sober person. And I know what I'm saying sounds so easy. It's not easy. For most people, it is a struggle. I had to purposely, intentionally not drink, because I was so used to it. I was a weirdo who actually liked the taste of liquor. Well, certain liquors. Now I don't, which is funny. My taste buds changed. I literally changed my identity, I guess, because I have no desire to drink. And I don't know if I will. I don't know if I won't. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm saying that in general, decide that this is the person you want to be. I know you can do it. It's hard at first, but when you step into that discomfort, when you do hard things, you start to prove to yourself that you can do those things, and then things start to get easier for you. So become that person who is sober, who is not drinking. Think about what they do. If you know somebody who doesn't drink, just think about them. Try to imitate what they do. Like, there's people in my family who have never really drank, so like people don't even ask them to drink, if that makes sense. Like, they wouldn't ask them. In the past, people probably would have asked me, but now I think people have gotten used to the fact that I don't drink. So it's very rare people even ask me, do you want to drink? When I go to the casino, the cocktail waitress there, she never asked me, do I want to drink? She already knows what I drink. I drink a Pellegrino with lime. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, people will adapt. Your true friends, the true people who are in your corner, they'll know who you are, and they could feel it too. When you start to shift your identity, people can feel it. They know, oh, that girl's not playing. That guy's not joking. He's serious. He's not just saying he's not going to drink just for January. Oh, he means it for as long as it takes, or as long as he needs to, or forever, you know, whatever it is, they can feel it. But when you're wishy-washy, people can feel that too. What does a sober person do? Like, they are getting their sleep most of the time, you know, they are healthier. Not saying that you can't be healthy and drink. Like, I know people who are fit and healthy internally, and they drink, you know, occasionally. They're not drinking like excessively or anything like that. But just think about that person and what they do and write that down. You know, and I talk a lot about this in videos, like about identity shifts and things like that. And I think they're very important, because if you don't change who you are, again, cognitive dissonance, your brain's like, I don't get it. You're saying you're this sober person, but yet you're drinking a Fat Tuesday because your friend asked you. You say you want to stop drinking, but yet you keep going to this bar that you know you're tempted by. And this leads me to the second part of what I was saying, is removing yourself from certain temptations. So keeping yourself away from certain environments. There's that Bible verse that says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And I would like you to think about like this: your mind and your body, like, you may be willing, you want this, you want to be sober, but your body, your mind, your family, they realize like, oh, dude, like, you've been this person, like, you're weak still in this case. You're not mentally, I don't want to say, well, you can get mentally prepared, but you're not mentally ready necessarily. And when you first start, you're still building the muscle to become the person who doesn't drink. You're still having, you know, the doubts and the fears and the want. You probably actually crave liquor still, or crave the substance still. You know what I'm saying? So understand that it's a process. And if you keep putting yourself in too many environments where you're tempted to drink, you're more than likely going to give in. Like, for me, I haven't went to, like I said, it's the casino. If I go anywhere, I go to the casino with the fam or whatever, go to the movies at the casino, whatever. But I'm not tempted by it. I could sit up at the bar, literally, and gamble or talk to people at the bar now. And I don't drink. I just drink a Pellegrino with some water, or some ginger beer with lime. And ginger beer is not liquor, by the way. It's like actual, if you get a good brand, it's actually like ginger ale, real ginger ale, not ginger ale's version of ginger ale that has like no ginger in it. But like, it's actually a decent drink to drink. Like, I got into mules before I had stopped drinking, and like, I just fell in love with ginger beer. And so I'll get brands that are, you know, better quality when I'm drinking at home. But when I go to the casino, like I said, sparkling water, Pellegrino, Topo Chico. So that's another step, is like, find yourself a mocktail or a non-alcoholic drink to drink. I personally do not use or subscribe to non-alcoholic drinks. Like, I'm not going to drink a non-alcoholic wine, a non-alcoholic beer, things like that, because to me, it's like replacing one behavior with another one. But if that's you, do you, boo. Like, I'm not here to judge you or to stop you. Do whatever you feel like needs to be done. But I didn't want to be dependent on something else, so I don't do that. I do mocktails. And if you guys are interested in doing like a simple mocktail type of video, let me know. I could do something like that, or put it in a short, or put it in a video like this, because I do simple drinks. I'm not here making like a special concoction, you know, of a mocktail, because when I drank, I didn't drink mixed drinks. I drank shots. Like, I drank it on the rocks in shots. So I like simple drinks. That's how I am. So if you want simple mocktails, let me know. I got you. Another thing with temptations, it may be this serious. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but like it may be this serious. It may be that you can't drive past the liquor store you used to go to or the grocery store you used to. You might have to go to a different grocery store because maybe habitually you want to go pick up the bottle that you used to buy. Maybe this is when you go to, you can't go to family parties that where you know they're going to be drinking excessively and you don't have the boundaries or the willpower to say no. It's okay if you have been a people pleaser for a long time, but you could decide now, I'm not going to be that person, but it still doesn't mean that you should put yourself in those environments when you're not ready. So if you absolutely have to go to a party or you don't want to avoid the party, find a accountability partner or someone else who you know will actually tell you like, no, bro, no, baby girl, you said you're not drinking. So why are you drinking? Like sometimes we need that accountability. I believe in self-accountability. I'm very, very big on that. And I think I made my last video was about that. But literally, if you cannot be self-accountable right now, that is okay. You have to build that muscle, get an accountability partner, but avoid those places if you need to. Another thing I forgot to mention in the beginning, which would have been the first thing, is if you have liquor in your house and you know you're going to be tempted to drink it, either take it somewhere else, put it in storage, give it away, or pour it out. It depends on your situation. I have never been like an addict in that sense. I've never been that way. So like I have liquor, I think even in my room. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I have liquor in my room actually, like in this room, but I forgot about it. But in this room, but I don't drink it because I don't have that desire anymore. My identity has changed and maybe I will drink in the future. I have no idea. I always say that, but I'm not drinking right now. And so if you are deciding to be this person who doesn't drink, remove the obstacles, whatever those steps are. You could even make yourself a game plan if it's like that serious for you, if it's something where it's really hard for you. But that's pretty much like the points I have. Definitely check out my last video and check out the Kindred trucker, Jana. I think I can't remember if I mentioned her in the beginning of this video already, but check her out because she actually talks about SMART, which is an alternative to AA. And I looked at their website last year when I first was introduced to it by her. And check that out and check out her page, especially if you're a trucker or female trucker, because she is a trucker, so that you can get some resources from there as well. So I'll link her information below. I know the holidays are tough. I know this is a time when people are tempted like to drink even more. I know this is a time when we think about people we've lost. And I just want you to know that I have those same feelings too. I get seasonal depression just like many people do. I have anxiety. I have all these things. And I'm telling you that if I could do it, I know you can. And I'm not saying I'm the worst case of someone drinking. I'm just saying that I know it's available. It is available to you. And you have to believe that without any doubt. Like I believe it for you. You have to believe it yourself. And when you start to believe it, you will start to change and things will happen for you. Things will make sense. Things will work out. You won't have to drink. You won't even have the desire. And I know it's like so crazy to think about it because in this world, they're always like, we have no control. You do have control. You may not have control of other people, but you do have control of your actions and your attitude. And I know that is so like hard to hear because people always want to baby us and say, oh, you can't, or it's okay. No, if you don't want to drink anymore, it is not okay to keep drinking. You have to decide now, today, right now, I am done. And if you slip up, okay, forgive yourself, brush off your shoulders or your knees, get back up and get at it again. It's the same thing I did. I went over 5 months, almost 6 months, and then I drank 1,800 for no reason. It was literally just self-sabotage. No reason, because I should really be at a year and 6 months right now of no drinking. But self-sabotage, I was just like, well, what is the point of doing this? Drank 1,800, don't even like 1,800, which is crazy. Don't even like that. Not my drink. No, just drank it for no reason at the casino. And literally right after I posted the video, it's crazy. It was literally like a week or two after I posted the video that I'm linking. So you could fall down, get back up. So immediately, the same day, I was like, I'm not drinking anymore. And now I went over a year. So believe in yourself. I believe in you. I love you guys. Like I said, Merry Christmas. And I'm praying with you. I'm believing with you. I'm sending you so much love on your journey, so much encouragement because again, you can do this. You can do this. So I'll see you guys in my next video with all my love. Lana.